Tamara, the only child of Olayinka, one of the wealthiest businessmen in Nigeria, had grown up surrounded by luxury. Her life was a montage of private jets, designer clothes, and exotic vacations. From a young age, she had learned that money could solve any problem and that rules did not apply to people like her. Wherever Tamara went, heads turned. She was tall, light-skinned, and beautiful, with long flowing hair and a body that graced magazine covers. But her beauty was eclipsed by her arrogance. She looked down on everyone who didn't match her social status. Friends were only accessories to her, people she used to satisfy her whims and desires. She flaunted her wealth and used her father's influence to get away with anything. At 21, Tamara was attending the most prestigious university in Nigeria. Her academic life was a joke, as she paid for assignments and bribed lecturers to pass her courses. Parties, reckless spending, and designing shopping sprees occupy her days and nights. Her father, Chief Olayinka, adored her, spoiling her beyond measures. Tamara had never experienced any form of discipline. Even her mother, who had tried to guide her at a young age, had given up, watching her daughter spiral deeper into recklessness and arrogance. At the university, Tamara was known as the Queen Bee. No one dared cross her for fear of consequence. She had the university's administrations wrapped around her fingers, as many of them owed her father favors. Her dawn was more like luxury suit filled with the latest gadgets, high-end furniture, and clothes that most could only dream of. Tamara's lifestyle was bewimbed of extravagance. She drove her bright red sports car around campus like it was her personal playground, blasting music and laughing at a student who had to walk or take public transportation. When lecturers gave her assignments, she would laugh and throw them aside, knowing she could buy her way through. It didn't matter if she failed a course. Her father would simply make a call and she would pass. Her arrogance wasn't just aimed at students. She treated everyone beneath her with disdain. She insulted cleaners, calling them worthless, mocked her lecturers, and humiliated anyone who dared speak to her without invitation. Tamara thrived on her ability to dominate everyone around her, crushing spirits without a second thought. Her favorite pastime was taunting a poor scholarship student, Ayo, who worked 3 jobs to support himself. To Tamara, Ayo's struggle was something to mock. "Why are you even here?" Tamara would sneer whenever she saw him. "This school isn't for people like you. Go back to your village." Ayo never responded, but his eyes would flash with pain every time she spat those words, and that only fueled Tamara's cruelty further. One Friday night, Tamara planned the biggest party of semester. She had rented out an exclusive club in Lagos, flying her friends in on her father's private jet. The club buzzed with energy as students poured in, eager to be part of Tamara's glittering world, if only for a night. There was music, endless drink, and drugs for those bold enough to indulge. But Tamara wanted more. She wanted the night to be unforgettable, so she decided to challenge fate. Drunk and high, she dared her friends to go on a wide race through the streets of Lagos. Let's show these peasants how rich, how fun, she yelled, her voice slurring. Her friends hesitated, but Tamara insisted, "If you don't raise, you are not worth my time. Come on, cowards," she said. Soon, they were speeding through the city, with Tamara leading the pack in her red sports car. She sounds of squealing tires echoing through the night. She laughed wildly, the wind whipping through her hair as she accelerated harder. The cars waved dangerously between other vehicles, running red lights, their headlights cutting through the darkness like flashing daggers. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a figure appeared on the road ahead. It was Ayo, who had been walking home after his late night shift at a nearby restaurant. Tamara, too drunk to react quickly, didn't see him in time. There was a sickening thud as her car slammed into him, sending his body flying through the air like a rag doll, before landing lifelessly on the pavement. For the first time in her life, Tamara felt fear. She slammed on the brakes and stumbled out of the car, her heart pounding in her chest. Her friends, realizing the gravity of the situation, fled the scene, leaving her alone. People started to gather, horrified at what they had just witnessed. The lifeless body of Ayo lay motionlessly on the street, his face covered in blood. Tamara stood there, frozen, unable to comprehend what has just happened. Her world, which had always been under her control, was crashing down around her. The police arrived, and for the first time in her life, Tamara felt powerless. Her father's money couldn't save her now. Witnesses had seen everything. News of the incident spread like wildfire. And story of the Spoit billionaire's daughter, who had killed a scholarship student in a drunken race, became national news. Chief Olayinka tried to intervene, using every connection he had to cover up the incident, but it was too late. Social media erupted with outrage. Ayo had been beloved by many students for his hard work and kind heart, and they weren't going to let his death be swept under the rug. Hashtags demanding justice for Ayo trended nationwide, with protests breaking out the university and beyond. Tamara was arrested, her mugshot plastered all over the news. For the first time in her life, she was truly alone. Her father, though powerful, couldn't stop the storm that was coming. The media painted Tamara as a villain and a spoiled rich girl who had never known responsibilities, who had taken a life without remorse. Locked in a small cell, Tamara's mind spiraled, gone with the days of luxuries and adoration. She had killed someone, a boy who had done nothing wrong. Ayo's face haunted her dreams. His wide, pain-filled eyes stared into her memory. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw him flying through the air, heard the sound of his body hitting the pavement. No amount of money could undo what she had done. Her mother visited her once, but the look of disappointment and heartbreak on her face was too much for Tamara to bear. She had brought shame to her family, and the weight of it was suffocating. Her friends, ones who had laughed with her and followed her every move, were nowhere to be found. Tamara's once beautiful face became gaunt and pale as she wasted away in prison, awaiting trial. The girl who had once had everything was now a shadow of herself, broken and alone. At the trial, Ayo's family sat in front row, their grief, Pabel, his mother, wept throughout the proceedings, clutching a picture of her son. Her cries piercing the courtroom. Ayo had been her hope, her pride, and her joy. His death had shattered her, and she looked at Tamara with eyes filled with pains and anger. Tamara couldn't look at her. She couldn't bear the guilt that gnawed at her every walking movement. She had destroyed not just one life, but an entire family. The judge handed down the sentence, 10 years in prison for reckless driving and manslaughter. As the gavel struck, Tamara's world, once built on wealth and arrogance, crumbled to the dust. She had fallen from grace, her life forever marked by tragedy, and the knowledge that her choice has cost someone their future. In the silence of her prison cell, Tamara wept, knowing that no amount of money or power, privilege could ever bring back Ayo. Hello guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. Please do well by subscribing to this YouTube channel. It helps us to go a very long way, and please do not forget to like this video, subscribe, comment, share, and lastly turn on your notification bell so you won't be left out whenever we upload new videos on our channel. Bye, we love you, thank you.